All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Cali. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwacker Series back in action for the final race of the season. And it's California. We know this is Auto Club Speedway. And it's race number 10, the final race of the season. It's a 90-lap race tonight. There's a lot of room to race here, but this thing can reach out and bite you. Who's got what it takes to tame California? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here, live on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little California for you tonight. 90-lap race, race number 10 of the season, the finale. We're going to crown the champion here tonight. Let's get this party started, and let's go racing. All right, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here today, tonight, wherever it is, whatever it is for you, wherever you are. Got a good one here for you tonight at California. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League, and it's race number 10, the final race of the season. And we are at California here. That's Auto Club Speedway, and fun track. Flag-to-flag coverage here for you today. And it's the final race of the season, too. So a lot of guys are going to be wanting to win this one at California. It's a fun track. Looks like we've got about 6 minutes left in the practice session, as I'm seeing it. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages that you can choose from no matter where you are in the world. EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with a server for your rFactor 2 needs in your local area to give you the best ping. How about host your website or online store? So VPS hosting and shared web hosting available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who hosts our websites and servers here at High Octane Racing. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. And we get a quick link to the Discord server if you would like to join us for where we do most of our race business. But don't forget to join us over there. You get updates of point standing schedules. We've got the IndyCar series coming up, so we'll have some news out about that here pretty soon. Quick link to TurnLeftTV as well. And again, thanks for coming out and joining us. A busy weekend of racing here at High Octane Racing League. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be at, are they a Canadian Tire? I think they're at, they are, I better figure it out. I can do the banner for that. Oh, they're at Sebring. Oh, man, I got to do a banner for that one. Yeah, anyway, they're up at Sebring coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder in action for race number 9 of the season. The Cup Series out at California tomorrow, 90-lap race. That's Beat the Broadcaster night. So come on out there and give it a shot. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action at Richmond Raceway for race number 2 of the season, the 100-lap race. And great series here on Tuesdays. Racing quals start at 9, racing about 9:15. And we'd love to have you on 19 November or 19 December. I don't even know what month I'm in right now, man. I only have about 4 days of work left until I'm off until January 3rd, so I hope to get a lot of racing in the meantime. But the Tough Trucks, a lot of fun there on Tuesday nights. Come on out and join us. There's a QR code if you'd like to click on that or scan that and come on and join us on our Discord server. Well, as I mentioned, this is the last race of the season, and the point standings coming into tonight's race. Arthur Vieta has a 20-point lead over Sean Jacobs. He's going to need a whole heck of a lot of help here to be able to catch Arthur, but nonetheless, a good battle between those two guys. Those guys are the guys battling for the championship. Robillard sets third. Gordon Carter sets fourth. John Stanley fifth. You see Dana Grover, Givaldo Spindle, and Gilmar Peixoto, Craig Marizon, and Steve Pierce rounding out the top 10. The back half of that series there, Dida Shuchin, Jesus Iglesias, Claudio Bardella Jr., Ritzky Novar, and Eugene Feller off the top 15. Dan Richter, Tony Furtado, Franco Alvarez, Tiago Gomez, and Benor Silva rounding out the top 20. Got the point standings coming into tonight's race. Little chat going on here. Givaldo, of course, starting us off. Always good to see Givaldo starting us off here at in the TurnLeftTV chat. Also Fireball Flash. That's Dana Grover racing tonight. Racing the Franco Alvarez painted paint scheme. So good luck to him tonight. Racing from home as well. Oh my darn, huh? He's picking Dana Grover tonight. Uh-oh. That is a bold move. That is a bold move. Ed Palumbo back out here for a little bit of a hiatus, so he's back out. Good to see Ed Palumbo out tonight in the 54. So we are getting ready to go to the qualification session. Big announcement here. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series is back, baby. We got a 6-race season starting on December the 23rd. That is a Saturday. Mid-Ohio kicks it off. 50-lap race that will be followed by Indy Road Course, Iowa Speedway, Gateway, Road America. So we got some great ovals. And then, of course, we're finishing off with the crown jewel of ovals. That's Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But we've got 3 road courses, 3 ovals. And that is a short little season here to get us into January. And that's coming up on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're making that really friendly for our fellas across the pond there and across on the other side of the world. So hopefully we'll see Ritzky and maybe the psychopathy racing community out there participating at a decent hour for them. And we are going to go to the qualification session. We might have lost somebody there off the like maybe Art Vieta there lost his connection on the switch over there, but he'll be back in, I'm sure. Right now we are in the qualification session, and look who is out on the track. That's right, Colin Matiak. I'll be darned. College boy Colin out here on the track, getting his qual in. Racing into 6X. We're going to have to get his car back in the car set there. I apologize if my mic is popping there, so I got to work on some filters. I think I had those in check, but of course, they updated the drivers again. I don't know what the deal is. NVIDIA and then also my Intel sound drivers. Those guys want to update like every week. I guess we're beta testing for them. Mayor's on the top time with a 40.781. So a good time there for him. Matiak there just 4 1,000ths of a second behind. Take a look at Ed Palumbo here in the 54 car. So right now, Mayor's on, Matiak, Carter, Palumbo, and Pierce. So Ed Palumbo throwing a lap there. 41.370 for Ed Palumbo. Matiak, Ocean, Mayor, Jacobs up to the top of the grid with a 40.717. Good run there. Christy Novar saying in the chat session that this track is really bumpy. Well, it ain't bumpy anymore in real life because it is gone. They're putting a short track in this spot now. Well, Palumbo is 4th on the grid. How about Dana Grover there? Looks like that 89 car. Right now, Sean Jacobs top time, Arizona 2nd, Matiak 3rd, Palumbo 4th, Gordon Carter is 5th. Dana Grover trying to get this lap in here. Let's see. Utichin up to 4th on the grid, so the 47 car in P4. That puts Palumbo down to P5. See where Gordon Carter racing from home tonight. See where he lands. Excuse me, Dana Grover up to 8th on the grid. So it looks like maybe Grover and Novar getting their laps in. How about Rizky Novar, one of our Indonesian drivers? This guy's done so much work for us and creating car sets for us. And, man, really appreciate all the work Rizky's done. And Rizky up to, looks like he is up to the 6th position in quals. And Archie Vieira is, I think, trying to join back in here, so hopefully we'll get him back in the during warm-up. He has missed the qualification session. Well, that's okay for him. I think he'll be able to work his way up through the field. So that's going to do it, I think, for the quals, and I think everybody's sort of done, and we will get the official results here in just a moment. And again, I would appreciate everybody coming out and watching TurnLeft TV here tonight. And let's get this party started. What do you think? Well, we thought everybody was done qualifying. It looks like Jomar throwing a wrench in the program there a little bit. He's surprising us with his qual lap. So Tracks VR joining us here. So they have a full house tonight. Tracks VR special event there, providing people a place to race in Calgary area. Well, it looks like quals have ended, and we'll do the official results. While we're waiting on that, let's take a look at the track here at Cali. This track doesn't exist anymore, by the way, so they're putting the short track in here. But located in Fontana, California, 2-mile D-shaped oval. This thing is fast. A little abrasive and a little bumpy here. 14 degrees of banking in the turns. I think the high line is the place to be through the turns. Front stretch 11 degrees of banking in the back stretch at 3. So that front stretch, you got a little bit of a tri-oval type thing going on there with the curved part of the D. But I think it's a fun track. It's Auto Club Speedway. It's a shame they tore this down, huh? There's some good racing there going on. Qualification results. Take a look at the session results. Sean Jacobs with the pole position, 40.717. Craig Marizon starts second. Colin Matiak at 6X. He has not lost a stride, huh? Starting in third. Dennis Schuch in fourth. Ed Palumbo starts fifth. Dana Grover starts in at sixth position. Ritsky Novar starts in seventh. Gordon Carter eighth. Steve Pierce ninth. And Givaldo Spindola starts in the 10th position. Starting at P11 will be Jomar Peixoto. John Stanley starts 12th, and Arthur Vieta has joined us, our points leader. He's going to start in the back of the field, bro. I think that'll be a good challenge for him. He feels pretty comfortable. He's got a pretty comfortable lead, 20-point lead over Sean Jacobs coming into tonight's race. Well, let's take a look at my keys to the race, and of course we'll take a look at these once we get out on the grid as well. California Auto Club Speedway, gonna own that high line, man. You're gonna see a lot of drivers up on that high line. Some guys are gonna be dipping down there, but I really think up there near the wall, that is gonna be the place to be here tonight once these tires start to wear out. Be up on the wheel here because this thing can get loose on you really, really easy as these tires wear out, and that means you gotta manage that throttle. But try to save those tires, and then, of course, as always, make good pit stops. I think we have that on there every single race. So those are my keys to the race here at Fontana. Some more Track VR there saying best of luck to everybody, and thanks to those guys for racing. Thanks to all those folks showing up there at Track VR racing tonight too in the big event. And you're welcome to putting on a great show. Hopefully we do put on a great show here for you. Sometimes it's a little hit or miss. Omar Peixoto joining us in the chat session tonight too. Good luck to him in the 71 car. He will start in the 12th position tonight. Don't forget that tomorrow night in this time slot, the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be in action. 90-lap race from California. It's race number 9 of the season. And these guys are a little bit of like a race behind. I need to get these guys on the same sort of the same schedule there, but they're a race behind. There'll be one more race in that season. We'll take a look at that season there. Daytona coming up on December the 23rd to finish out the season. A 70-lap race. And the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Those guys race on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be 90 laps to Cali. This is Beat the Broadcaster night. Have a lot of fun with that. Those guys like to beat up on me. It's not really that hard, to be honest with you. But I enjoy it, man. This thing, Saturday Night Thunder, has been going on for 22 years. We've got about 4.5 minutes left to go in the warm-up. Just a little bit over 4.5 minutes. Fix this. I'm not sure if I updated the banner or not in this GT3 series. Guess we'll find out. Don't think I did. Look at the schedule there. I'll tell you where we're at. We're going to be at Sebring in the GT3 series. Guys sort of stopped coming out for this. I think they raced at Daytona Road Course, and then there was maybe about 8 or so at Lime Rock, and then after that it just died off for some reason. These guys had signed up for the race series and then decided not to show up, so we haven't been broadcasting the races. So I'll be getting out of the broadcast booth, getting in their driver's seat and racing Saturday. That's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Sebring. I better get some practice laps in. But that is a fun track. Once you nail that track, man, that is a lot of fun. It's a little bumpy, especially coming around that last really wide, or that sweeping right-hander before the finish line. But it is a lot of fun. Once you get the thing dialed in, it really is a fun track. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks began their season last week at Lucas Oil Raceway, or this week at Lucas Oil Raceway. Coming up next Tuesday, December the 19th, it's race number 2, another short track hitting you in the face. It's Richmond. That's going to be a fun one. Got some great car set schemes out there now. A lot of guys have been sending stuff in. We've been working hard. Gordon Carter, myself, have been working hard getting some cars painted, or trucks painted. And also should send a shout out to Franco Alvarez too. He's done some painting for us as well. So excited, man, to get these guys out here in their paint schemes. And good to see Tony Bordado back on the track, of course. Staple Gun out there. Sean Jacobs out there mixing it up. Gordon Carter as well. Some big names. Arthur Vieta comes out and races with us. Ritzky on occasion. Steve Pierce. We got some good drivers coming out on Tuesday nights. We have a lot of fun. We get about 13, 12, 13, 14 drivers. And it's a lot of fun, man. We could use more always. And Richmond's a fun track too. And this week I got out of the broadcast booth, got in the driver's seat and raced. That was a challenge too at Lucas Oil Raceway. Wow. But it ended up being a pretty good race, man. Fun race. Tough track. Very tough track. Take a look at Givaldo Spindley here as he's getting his final laps in of the warm-up session. Don't forget to support me by clicking on the link in the description of this race and following it over to the SimLab website. If you're interested, it's Christmas time, baby. And as far as I know, they still have free shipping to the United States on orders, I think, over $200. And it's perfect time to get a sim rig, man. I've got a SimLab sim rig. I have the GT1 Evo sim rig, and it has been awesome. I do my broadcasting, and of course, I do my driving. I've been able to attach stuff there so I can put a button box on and a keyboard tray as well. And man, it's been really, really easy to expand on the SimLab sim rig. Pre-drilled holes for all the major wheels and pedals. Well, guess what, boys and girls? It's that time. It is that time. It's California. We're going back to Cali. Cali. That's an LL Cool J song, by the way. All right, California, 90-lap race. Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
Non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, looks like we're waiting on Archer to join again here. Right now we're waiting on Archer Vieta to join here. He's had a little bit of a connection issue. We'll make sure he gets in the race. All right, looks like Archer. So a little bit of a holding pattern here, waiting on Archer Vieta. He's having some connection issues. Game is crazy sometimes. But I appreciate you watching the race here tonight. It's 6-hole viewers right now. The most important viewers, of course. Everybody's busy here for the holiday coming up. Maybe getting some parties in. Christmas shopping. Spending time with the family, maybe doing some early Christmas celebrations with some of the family. Take a look at this IndyCar situation coming up on December the 23rd, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will be qualifying for the first race. That's Mid-Ohio. That's going to be a challenging track right there, but it is a lot of fun. I think Mid-Ohio had the cars out to run in Mid-Ohio just to test it out, and really felt like it's a track we needed to have on the schedule. Those road course guys really like Mid-Ohio. Indianapolis road course, that's my favorite road course. I really think the Indy cars are fantastic there. And of course, Iowa Speedway, great oval. A lot of fun, man. That oval is fantastic with Indy cars. Gateway's another one, that egg-shaped oval, come up on January 13th. Road America, another road course hitting you in the face there on January the 20th. And then Indianapolis Motor Speedway to finish out the season. Classic Indy. All right, looks like maybe Arthur Vieira has successfully joined. Let's keep our fingers crossed for him as we do the switchover. We got to give it to those guys, man, because it is what is it here? It's almost 10 o'clock here. It's like almost midnight there in Brazil. All right, boys and girls, about that time, huh? Right here, populating the grid. It's the final race of the season, 90-lap race here at Auto Club Speedway. Let's take a look at the starting order here tonight at Auto Club. Sean Jacobson, 24, starts in P1. Craig Berzon starts second. Colin Matiak in the 6X car starts third. Dennis Judich in the 47 starts in the fourth position. Starting in fifth is Ed Colombo in the 54. Dana Grover in the 89 starts sixth. Ritsky Novar in the 10 car starts in the seventh position. Gordon Carter will start eighth in that 56 car. Starting in the ninth position will be Steve Pierce in the Captain Morgan number 51 car. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 starts 10th. Gilmar Peixoto in the 71 starts in the 11th position. John Stanley will start 12th. Starting in 13th in the 41 car is Arthur Vieira. Keys to the race here tonight. Own that high line, man. As these tires wear out, you're going to have to move up to the high line. You're going to have to be up on the wheel as well. The thing gets a little bit loose, and that means you're going to have to manage the throttle. Save the tires as much as you can here. The late in the run, if you have these long runs, guys that save the tires are going to have the advantage, and you better make good pit stops here tonight or you're in big trouble here at California. So a 90-lap race.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Pace car driver is DRUNK. Wow. All right, here. It looks like the pace car driver, they had to put somebody else in the driver's seat there. You guys had a few too many drinks, looks like. We'll zoom in on this guy. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe he's got somebody else in that driver's seat or what? Well, it looks like Craig Marizon tried to
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
I swear we've raced this game before. Hopefully nobody's getting triggered off of that. All right. Wow. What's this? Restart number 4, something like that? I think we got it. The pace car at blame, I think, for the. We were waiting on Arthur, of course, and then the pace car got a little cray-cray here. All right, I think we've got it now. All right, now 90 laps here. The pace car hopefully going to be able to make it around here. I think they were following the pace car a little bit too closely. What a silly game, man. These guys, the coders, I can't tell you what I actually call them. Studio 397, but I will not. I'll refrain from what my nickname for them was. Well, everybody looks good here so far. Lights are out on the pace car. The pace car, they got the sober driver in there off the track, so here we go. Getting ready to go green here at Cali.
Go, go, go.
Green, green, green. Arizona up on the outside line, and the 24, Sean Jacobs in that Cal U-sponsored machine down on the inside line. I tell you what, that outside is pretty fast here, so in practice, a bunch of guys that are racing that bottom line, but I think the high line, once it comes in, it will be the faster way to go. But Sean Jacobs showing the muscle there on the inside, coming off the turn, down the backstretch. That battle there for P3 between Dennis Shudich and Colin Matiak. Matiak there squeezes in front of the Ukrainian driver, 47. That 6X machine down to the bottom line here, looking like he's looking a little racy. He hasn't lost anything here. He's going to be challenged for the race lead here before long. Down on the inside, battling Sean Jacobs for the race lead. Ed Palumbo here picking up a spot. He's now running in the 6th position. Ricky Novar in the 10 is in 7th. And just ahead is Dana Grover running in the B5 position in that 89 car. All over the back of the 47 is Dennis Shudichin. Sean Jacobs, Colin Madiak, Craig Marizon, Dennis Shudichin, and Dana Grover the top 5. Archegetta already moving his way up the grid. He's in the 41 car here tonight. Already moving his way up the grid. He is on a mission. He is fired up. Now Ed Palumbo out beside the 89. So the 54, the 89 getting after it here. Now Ed Palumbo picking up a position. He's down with the B5. Dana Grover back to the 6th spot. Bella Yellow sponsor machine on a mission here in the 54. Used to say that paint scheme was bad luck, but then he started winning with it. Now you can't get him out of that thing. Take a look at here. John Stanley. Steve Pierce, so the 12 of John Stanley in the high line. Steve Pierce at 54 down to the bottom line. So John Stanley getting by, picking up the 12th position. Steve Pierce is 13. That fight I don't think is over, though. Steve Pierce still battling him on the inside at rear quarter, and he tucks in. Take a look at Arthur Vieta. Vieta to the inside at 41. He's running that Lawrence Stopworth Memorial paint scheme. And getting by the 56. So now the 41. Moving up there. Looks like Dennis Shudichin has fallen back here. Let's see what's happened to Dennis Shudichin. Dennis Shudichin up the track. And whoa! Man, he was on for a ride there. Let's take a look here. Dennis Shudichin way up on this outside, and there was a little contact right there in that 54 car. They got 3 wide, stuck in the middle, and Shudichin went up the track, stayed out of the wall. Great job there, but man, that thing got a little hairy. That got a little hairy there. You have to go back here and look at that. Watch this. Dennis Shudichin in the 47. You see Palumbo diving down to the inside. He's got Dana Grover on the bottom side. And then he'll trip up track a little bit. And then, oh, boy, that guy held onto that car. Great job. Great move there by Shudichin. And that contact with Palumbo. We got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag and maybe Ricky Novar coming around. Novar missing a hood here in this 10 car. So something's happened to Ricky Novar. First caution here on lap 7. Let's take a look and see what happened. Novar here in the 10, down to the inside. Oh, man, and there was contact there with the 89 car. And that was a hard lick. Take a look here. It's the 10 on the inside. And maybe trying to squeeze that car up to the high side. You see the 89 and the 10, and then the contact there. And Archegetta missed that barely. Wow, how did Vieta get around that? On board here with Vieta. Watch this out of the front of his machine. Looks like the 10 had come over this a little bit, but that was tight. That is a dangerous spot to be on the high side, too. On board here with Ritzky. And then just comes across there on the 89, across that 89 car. And here with Dana Grover. And a little bit of tight racing there. The 24, Sean Jacobs, a race leader, as Colin Madiak in second. Good to see Colin Madiak back out here with us. I think he's in college. I think he's doing some flying, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe get his pilot's license, be a pilot or something. I'm not. I guess I have to figure out a little bit more. We haven't seen a lot of him as of late. He's been off to college, but he's home for the holidays, and he sent him a message a little while back. Said, "Hey man, you interested in doing some racing?" And I was surprised. He said, "Yeah, man, I'll be home for the holidays, and maybe I'll get my butt out here in the car." He's out here in one of those temp schemes tonight, but going to be home for a few weeks. We'll put his scheme back in the car set. You can see our Ohio driver back out here, and I want to send a shout out to Mr. Madiak too. Colin's dad, he was always watching the races and supporting his son. And I think we're going to see some guys coming down pit lane. I think Steve Pierce is going to be our race leader. He's staying out here, so he might end up jumping up the grid here a little bit. Steve Pierce, the race leader. You see the 41 Jetta getting in his pit stall. So Steve Pierce getting some laps led here tonight. Take a look at Colin Madiak coming back out here, P2. Dana Grover in the 89 car on pit lane here, taking some service. As Steve Pierce, our leader, getting some points for leading the lap and getting his name in the books there for the race leaders. Captain Morgan sponsor machine. Works for Audio Engine. So Dana Grover back out here in that Toyota. Now going to start, he'll start into 11th position, I think, as Steve Pierce is coming down pit lane to take some service. And that's going to give the race lead, I think, to Colin Madiak. See Dana Grover catching up to the tail end of the field here. Steve Pierce on pit lane as we're scrolling down through the cars. So Jacobs will start second, Palumbo third, Marizon fourth. Udichin will start in fifth position. Gordon Carter starts in sixth. Gilmar Peixoto seventh. Archie Vieta up to the eighth position. And who is joining us? Says he overslept again. Oh boy, Eugene Fedorov. Something went wrong and I'm still in bed. Sorry guys. I don't know. Sounds like a punk rock excuse to me. You need to write a punk rock song. Something went wrong. Still in bed. Sorry guys. We'll call it, that's the name of the song. You got to come up with a punk song. It's something went wrong. Still in bed. Sorry guys. How about something went wrong? Still in bed. All right, we're getting ready to go back green. I'll have to write some lyrics out for you. So Matiak chose the inside line here on this restart. Bunching these guys back up, a little rubber in on the track, and makes things a little bit slicker. Now, Vieta now coming back off pit lane, I believe. So he had a that's Vieta that was on pit lane. He's going to start at the back of the field there in 12th, and that is Vieta coming up. So taking some service late. Why in the world? Trying to get cute with the cameras, and it doesn't pay off. Fly that camera around right into the fence. All right, here we go. Ready to go back.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Start lap 13. Here at Cali, Ed Palumbo all over the back of the whippersnapper, number 6X car tonight. All over the back of him. Palumbo backs off, gives Jacobs a little bit of room on that outside line. Craig Marizon in the 60, running that outside line as well. He's in P4. Marizon getting a good run on the outside. I said that outside line really, I think, is the favorable line. Palumbo still pushing the issue there on that 54 car on the bottom line, and he's going to give Marizon a little bit of room. Starting to heat up there for P5. That's Dennis Udich and Gilmar Peixoto. Peixoto at the 71 on the inside. Dennis Udich in the 47 up on the outside line. Peixoto backs off and tucks in the 6th position. Peixoto having a good night here in P6. Looking out of the back of Peixoto's car, you see John Stanley, Givaldo Spinola running 7th and 8th. That's a pretty good battle there, side by side. Spindle in the 68 car tucks in behind John Stanley. Stanley up to 7th position. Givaldo running in P8. Gordon Carter in the 9th position. Dana Grover in 10th. A lot of room to race here, man, but I think that outside line, if you can manage that, you can pull off some passes on the inside, but I really think that outside line is the preferred place to be. Sean Jacobs battling Colin Matiak. Jacobs to the outside. Colin Matiak on that inside line. Oh, might have been a little bit of contact there. Might have been a little bit of a contact. And Jacobs had the lead down the backstretch, but Matiak's got a good run. And he's got Craig Marizon behind him. And that Ford's back to the race lead. But now Sean Jacobs has got a battle on his hands with Craig Marizon. Marizon in the 60 on the bottom side. Sean Jacobs in the 24 up on the outside line. Ed Palumbo in this mix as well. He's still trying to figure out who to go with. Marizon's got a good run here. Craig Marizon, good run in this 60 car. And he's showing some muscle here in that Magpul Dynamics sponsored car. Colin Maddox trying to figure out who he wants to go with here. It's like prom night, man. He's trying to figure out who he wants to go with. Marizon now scrubbing off some speed. Again, that outside line really, when it comes in, the third place to be, but so much room to race here. Now you got to be careful, man. Oh, Marizon to the inside, swinging that car down low. He's got a good run here on the 54. These guys getting after it right now. Peixoto as well. Gilmar Peixoto to the inside. That 71 car battling Marizon. This is how quickly things can change. Marizon was up there battling for the race lead. Now running in P4. Peixoto up to the 5th position. John Stanley running in 6th. Gun Stanley in the 12 car. Dennis Udichin just behind him, and Arthur Vieta in the 41 tonight. Stanley at 12. He's going down to the bottom line. He's going to leave that door open there on the outside line. Udichin doesn't bite on that, though. This battle here. This battle for the race lead, the 54, the 24, the 60, and the 6X. To throw a blanket over those 4 guys. 24, Sean Jacobs the leader. We got a tandem down there on the bottom. Ed Palumbo dives down to the inside line, trying to get around. These Chevys and a Ford. Guys are dicing around. It's starting to worm me a little bit.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag. Oh, no. Right here. Here's what happened. Contact there. And, oh, more contact. Then he had that saved and came back across the nose of Gibaldo. And Udichin now, he got absolutely annihilated into that wall, huh? A lot of the dicing around, that's where it leads to trouble. That's where it leads to trouble. So Gibaldo go down to the inside right here. You see Udichin moving down as well. Gibaldo coming up, and both those guys get together. And then right there, that secondary contact, just nowhere to go there. See if Steve Pierce had a good look at this. He was pretty far back. Looks like Dana Grover might have had a pretty decent look there. Take a look at her front of Dana Grover's machine. See right there, there's a little 47 moving down, but also Gibaldo. Right here, there's maybe some contact right there. Moving up, moving down. And then Grover gets by, but man, right there, that secondary contact. Kind of back this up here a little bit. I don't like doing this way, but kind of see what's going on here. A lot of lane change in here, but yeah, it's a little bit of nudge in the back too, I think. I think Dana Grover might have gotten into the back of Gibaldo here, but there was a contact right there just to initiate that. We kind of take a look as the 89 might have gotten into the back of, right there, got into the back of Gibaldo. And then hard contact there for Dennis Udichin. So it looks like Steve Pierce leading some more laps. He's going to get most laps led here if we're not careful. Ritsky Novar back in it. He'd had a little bit of trouble there earlier, so now back in it here in the 10 car, showing in the second position. Working our second caution flag. Hopefully did a shoot and get back in. I think he's trying to get back in. He got disconnected. He is racing all the way from Kharkiv, Ukraine. It's like, so he's in the garage right now, so he's trying to rejoin the server, I believe. All right, Colin Matiak to the race leader. Sorry for the silence. We're dealing a little bit of administrative stuff. Archer Vieta in the 41 up to the second position. How about Gilmar Peixoto running in P3? Man, how big of a deal would that be if Gilmar Peixoto wins this race, huh? How big a deal would that be? Got a cool paint scheme as well. We're taking a look at Dana Grover's 89 car. Another good paint scheme. And then Gilmar's. This is another Franco special there. Gilmar Peixoto's paint scheme. I tell you what, man, Franco Alvarez can absolutely paint great cars, man. He just does he has such a style, you know, about him too. Really, attention to detail. He did some stuff for our templates as well in the truck series and put the new grills on the templates. Did a great job there. As we see Matiak, it looks like Matiak fainting like he was going to go down pit lane. We don't buy that, man. We don't buy that, whippersnapper. So side by side here as we get ready to go back green. Dog him out here a little bit. Whippersnapper trying to fool us, isn't he? We don't buy that anymore. We know you're not going to pit. So we're going to go green this time by, and well, caution flags here early, so these guys have simmered down just a little bit. It's easy to try to be aggressive here because there's so much room to race. All the lines are in play here tonight as well. High line, low line. And, you know, it's a tendency for guys with a wide track like this to try to dive bomb and, you know, really get a run on the inside line or try to take something on the outside line. So just got to be patient here. As we get ready to go back green. I never got my pick in here for winning this race. I'll tell you my pick's going to be. All right, is it too late? Is it too late to get it in? Hey, I'm going this. I'm
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. I'll tell you where I'm going. I'm going Peixoto tonight. How about that? He's running in the 3rd position. I'm picking him. You hope he ain't watching. So keep your eye on the road, Jomar. Picking you to win. Right back to green here is Matiak and Vieta battling it out. Vieta at 41. Had trouble trying to get back in after a disconnect, so he's not in his paint scheme, which would be the 14 car. Or is it the 4 car? One or the other. Get confused. He's in the 14, he's in the 4, and now he's in the 41. There's a lot of 4s and 1s involved there. And now Matiak tucks in, and 41 behind him. Take a look at Gordon Carter here in the 56. Running behind Craig Marizon. Marizon on the inside line. Gordon Carter, you see him working that wheel through the turn. I mean, this thing, you got to work the wheel here. Maybe a little bumpy, but also got to work the wheel to keep this thing from coming around. See him holding on to that thing. He is running in the 8th position. Dana Grover in P4, just behind Jomar Peixoto. 89 and a 71. 89, the top Toyota in the field. See him backing off corner entry. And when you do that, you can smash this throttle, get a good run off the turn. He's scrubbing off there. He wanted to keep out of the wall, and he scrubs off a little bit of speed. Racing in that Trax VR sponsored Toyota. Trax VR, they were in here a little bit ago too. They have a big event happening there tonight at Trax VR. All the sim racing rigs are occupied. So Dana Grover racing from home tonight. '89 to the high side here now, challenging Peixoto. Peixoto got a good run though, and Dana Grover holding off. Steve Pierce in the 51, Ritsky Novar in the 10, battling. This is for the 10th position. Another Toyota versus Chevy battle here. Valdo in this mix as well. That 68 car. They got to go 3 wide. Uh-oh. John Stanley has been having some trouble with his pedals, and he's off the pace there, man. I saw white smoke. John Stanley having some trouble, it looked like. Take a look here. Watch this. Oh, he gets up into the wall right there. Oh, man. How does he hang on to that thing? How in the world did he hang on to that thing? Ritsky Novar had the shot of the night here, I think. That actually might have been... that might have been Dennis Schuderson that had the shot. Here with Dennis Schuster right there. That 12 car hit the wall. And, man, he did a great job of holding on to that thing. Woo, boy. John Stanley now playing some catch-up here. He's going to have some right side damage. And I would suggest to you he's probably going to have to come down pit lane. Good battle here.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag here. Another yellow. These guys got to simmer it down. There was some racing there. It got behind, and, we're under our 3rd caution flag. This track does lend itself to guys wanting to get a little aggressive. Let's take a look and see what happened here. It's a 71 on the outside line. 60 on the inside. Oh, that 71 comes down across the 60. Oh, and a 60 hard into the wall. It looked like the 71. Yeah, it just comes down. I'm not sure what was going on with there, but it came down the track and then right across the nose of the 60 car. Here on board with Craig Marizon, he's going to see a whole lot of that 71 car. Oh, man, that was a hard lick right there. We had a secondary contact right there with the 68 and the 51, and they did a great job of keeping those cars pointed in the right direction. We'll take a look here. So the 3 wide right there. There's action unfolding in front of them. And these guys all get together. They're trying to avoid that crash right there. You see that? There's some contact. And, wow, watch this. Whoa, saving it. I think guys would be better served if they just sort of do this nose to tail driving right now. Get some laps in here. Let these cars spread out a little bit. Get away from each other. And then go racing that, let's say, that last 15 laps or so. Guys on pit lane here as anytime a caution comes out, a lot of these guys got to come down and take some fresh tires. This thing is tough on tires. We have not really had a long run here to get this figured out. 60 car going to get that car repaired, and Marizon going to have a it looks like the 68 car missed his pit stall. Take a look at Craig Marizon as he ducks into his pit stall. Sean Jacobs popping out there in pole position stall. And Marizon, you see missing a hood on that car. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Beat the Broadcaster night. We will be at California in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Series. The big boys will be out. And come on out, man. I had a pretty good race last week. What I did, I think I remember what I finished, actually. Anyway, it was a good race because I finished. But I'd like to get out here and race with these guys. If you'd like to come out and join us, come on out. Race number 9 of the season, Cali in the Cup Series. Gordon Carter, the race leader here in this 56 car. Now coming back down pit lane. The 47 car coming down pit lane. Looks like Novar has exited the race. 51 Captain Morgan sponsor machine is the race leader. High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series is back. December 23rd, the first of 6 races will be at Mid-Ohio. Racing has been moved up a little bit, so instead of 2 p.m. start time, we're going to be at 12 p.m. start time. That's noon here in the United States, and that helps us out as far. It helps the Indonesian drivers or the Asian drivers there, and that they're like plus 12 on us. So that helps them out. It helps the Euro guys out, and those guys racing from Brazil and so forth helps them out as well, I believe. So hopefully we'll get a good field at Mid-Ohio. So that will be on December the 23rd. 50-lap race of Mid-Ohio. Guys have been itching for this series to come back as well. Steve Pierce diving down pit lane here with as we get ready to get the 1 to go. Eugene Fedorov has it hit the nail on the head. So many actions, and it's only the 30th lap. You're right, man. There's been some, so much, gambling here trying to get a position and a lot of tight racing here. And I think we would lend ourselves to a little bit better racing if we just kind of be patient, do some single file, get some laps in, and, then start separating the men from the boys, so to speak. Eugene, very experienced racer. So he's a very experienced racer and does a great job whenever he comes out and races with us. So I think he'll be in that IndyCar series. Missing the truck series. He misses that. He misses our, Buschwackers series here tonight because he's, it's like really, really early in the morning, I think, for those guys. Like maybe 3 o'clock in the morning or so. Colin Matiak is the leader. Ed Palumbo second. Sean, how many times have we seen Matiak and Palumbo have battles, man? And here we are at it again. At it again. The pace car's off. Getting ready to go back green. Here we go. Dana Grover, Sean Jacobs side by side. P3, P4. Archie Vieta is in 5th. Matiak inching ahead there as we got a battle for the second position. Jacobs and Palumbo side by side for P2. And still side by side, the 54 and the 24. A couple Chevys here getting after it. Oh, no!
Yellow.
And again, hard racing here. Some hard racing here. Let's take a look. Looked like that car got loose. He drifted up the track there and got into the 54. Right here, he said, yeah, he just broke loose right there. Just broke loose. And caution flag. These guys are going to do a single file restart. This track is really not a hard track to drive, and what that does is really tightens these guys up. And, get excited, you get your adrenaline going, you want to try to get that position, and then things like that happen. The car breaks loose a little bit. This track, especially on these new tires, fresh tires coming off pit lane, always advisable sort of let those tires heat up a little bit. I'm of the camp where if we're not talking about, say, the last 10, 15 laps of the race, I'm just going to let guys go. I'm going to let them go. I'm going to tuck in, get some laps in, get used to how the tires are going to feel on the, rubbered in track. If they're fresh tires or if I've done a 2-tire stop, whatever. I'm just going to let the car come in for me. I don't mind guys getting around me and going. But, guys are out here to race, too. That everybody's got their different strategies on that. GT3 Series will be back in action tomorrow. We've had a little bit of a low turnout for this, so we've been sort of just doing some for fun races. But we'll be at Sebring. That's a DLC track. That's coming up tomorrow. That'll be the final race. We actually ended this season after Lime Rock Park, I believe. So VIR was the first race. We're like, hey, this is not going to be a points race anymore. Just didn't get guys coming out. A lot of guys signed up for the race. They just didn't show up to race. So, a little bit disappointed with the way the guys treated this series in the sense that how, you sign up for something, you come out and race. So we decided, I decided to end the points and for Setiowan, he ended up winning the championship, and instead of battling for it like he was thinking he was going to, he was able to win those early races, and that put him well ahead of everybody else. I was telling my students today, Eugene, that my last name in Russian is Ivanov. They sort of looked at me a little weird, and I gave them the explanation that you told me, and I think they got it. It was a really advanced class. Those kids get that stuff, and so that was cool. Ivanov. Ritsky Novar, man, you don't have anything to apologize for. Hey, we've taken some of the load off of you. You've been working so hard and doing car sets for us. This IndyCar series is just going to be skin uploads, man. So all you got to do is just get out and race. You paint your own car. You probably already have a car painted. Just get out and race with us. We've moved the time so it'll be more friendly for you and the other psychopathy racing guys. And I'm excited to see you guys out there. I'm just hoping that I don't have to get out there on the track. Maybe I can broadcast them. I like watching those Indy cars, man. I grew up watching Indy cars. I live like 45 miles away from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Always as a kid, we were watching the Indy 500 and, going to the track, and absolutely love it, man. IndyCar racing's fantastic. So we got some ovals, we got some road courses, a little mix, a little thing for everybody out there. Come out and join us. Ed Palumbo on pit lane with some pretty significant damage, and now coming back out in that 54 car. Looks like Marizon and Pierce also on pit lane. So Heath, what's Heath in in Russian? That's what I want to know. Heath is like a type of grass, right? Look it up. Heath, Heath. Look it up. It's like a type of grass, I believe, or it's what they call like a field of grass. Heath, or it's a bush or something. I'm a bush, man. Figure out what my name will be there. So Eugene, wait to see him back on the track. Yeah, that's a good friendly time in that IndyCar series for him as well, I believe. So you might be looking at 7, 8 o'clock at night, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. on Saturday. Who knows? Who knows? If he gets back from camping, he might be able to race with us. So they're doing single file restart this time. And hopefully this will simmer it down. All right, here we go. Single file restart.
Green flag, go,
Back
go,
to
go.
green. All right, back to green here as Colin Matiak jumps out to about a half a second lead over Dana Grover. Spindle up to the third position. How about Gibaldo? P3. Good run here for him. They start to go too wide here as the 12 and the 71 get after it. So, oh, man, that 71 said, hey, I don't want to get into the 12 car. I better get down here to the low side. And he cleared the 12? Oh, the 12 car trying to avoid a 71 coming up the track. Gets into the wall. 41, Archibald looking at this action. Archibald running into 7th position. 12 running in P6. 12 down. He's going to have some right side damage as the 41 trying to get around. That 41, Archer Vieta, he's got this championship sewed up, really. He's down to the inside. John Stanley. Stanley's going to give him a lot of room. He gets by. Colin Matiak is the leader, but look at that. Dana Grover to the inside, that Toyota. Dana Grover looking solid here. Look at this 68 car, Gibaldo Spindle. This would be a huge win for Gibaldo. Dana Grover, the Trax VR sponsor machine, now to the race lead. These guys nose to tail here. Maybe a little bit cleaner racing now that they're nose to tail. We'll see. 68 in second. The 89 is 68. And 6X. Dana Grover the leader. Givaldo Spindola in second. Colin Matiak is in third. Ed Palumbo running in that 54 car. Archie Vieta into 41 on the inside line. 60 Craig Marizon just behind. Marizon running in the 8th position. Palumbo is 6th. Vieta 7th. Marizon is in 8th. John Stanley running in 9th. That battle there between Vieta and Spindola. Excuse me, the 6X Colin Matiak and Givaldo Spindola. And Matiak in second. Givaldo running in P3. Givaldo says, hey, I want to go down to the inside here. I want to give it a shot. Got a chance of winning this race. Those guys racing side by side is going to help Dana Grover out a lot. Coming off the turn. These guys got tired of wrecking. Givaldo back up to P2. Dana Grover is the leader. Sorry if I'm having some mic trouble here tonight. We had an update of my sound drivers again, and it wipes out my my filters that I use on OBS. So I can tell that there's some differences there in the mic's sound right now. Take a look at Dennis Schuderton in a 47 car. He is the first car one lap down. He had a lot of contact for him earlier tonight. And he's hoping to get another caution flag so he can get that lucky dog. Gordon Carter here battling. Look at this. These guys 3 wide. They're starting to get a little bit frosty. Little frosty here. This is the problem, man. These guys drift up the track a little bit. Tightens things up. We got guys diving down to the bottom line. So, the 41 going down to the bottom. Talking about guys diving down to the bottom line. And the 41 gets by. Gordon Carter at 56 running in P5. And they're still getting after it. Craig Marizon and Palumbo fighting it out down the backstretch. Marizon to the inside. John Stanley running on that outside line. John Stanley, he's had some contact with the wall earlier. Jomar Peixoto is behind him, running in 9th. John Stanley running in the 8th position. That Palumbo Marizon battle, man, that was pretty intense. Now Palumbo working his way up to the 56 car, but 60, Craig Marizon just behind. These guys nose to tail trying to figure out what they want to do. And I think 54 might have slammed that car off the wall. That Melly Yellow sponsor machine might have made contact with the outside wall there. Still nose to tail, led by Archie Vieta. Vieta in P4. Dana Grover still our leader. Matiak second. Givaldo Spindola is in third. Car, man, this would be a big win for the 89. Racing from home tonight. He had a full house at Tracks VR. He said, I'll get on my machine and give it a shot. This will be a big win for him. Colin Matiak all over the back of that Toyota. Hey, watch, Givaldo's having a great race here, man. Races with us in the trucks on Tuesday nights. He races on Saturday nights with us as well. Comes out and does some of the road course stuff we do in these other series. Oh boy, getting out of the throttle right there. You see him counter steering. That car wanting to come around as he drifted up the track, and then things started to come around a little bit on him, and he did a good job of holding on to that thing. Steve Pierce maybe made a little contact with the wall. I'm not sure who that was. I think it might have been Steve. Keeping his 51 car is the last car on the lead lap. Captain Morgan sponsor machine, one of our Texas drivers. Go big or go home, huh? That's Steve Pearson's motto. That's a Captain Morgan. Got a Captain Morgan sponsored truck as well. Look at this, 41. Arthur Vieira, the points leader coming into tonight's race. Mano y mano with the Brazilian. 41 and the 68 getting after it. Now Vieira getting around Givaldo. Givaldo running in fourth. Gordon Carter running in the fifth position. Look at that tag there over the driver from the driver behind, man. I wish they would fix that. And now who's back to the race lead? Looks like Colin Madiak's back up here to the race lead. No, Arthur Vieira says, I don't know about that. Let's show you how the old Brazilian does it. Colin Madiak says, let's show you how the whippersnapper does it. He's to the inside. Good battle here as the Camaro versus the Mustang. And these guys keep swapping positions here. I think maybe Madiak might have led that lap. They're getting after it here in this second pack. As Dana Grover in the 89 running in P3. Ed Palumbo is fourth. Marizon fifth. Givaldo back to the sixth position, and Gordon Carter running in P7 in the 56 car. Board here with him. See nose to tail for these guys. This has been better, I think, restarting the nose to tail configuration. At least for now, it seems like it's working out a little bit better. Guys are being a little bit more sane with the passing. John Stanley and Gilmar Peixoto. John Stanley in the 12 car. Peixoto in the 71. And Stanley gets around. Oh, man, Peixoto might have gave him a little bit of a bump there. Stanley pulls off that pass. Stanley up to the 9th position. I think Peixoto indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. I think I heard Peixoto indicate he's going to be making a pit stop. We have to keep our eye on Gilmar. We're getting some guys thinking about making pit stops here, and that's right. Peixoto is coming down pit lane. So here we are, lap 57, green flag pit stops. This is what we were looking for. So Peixoto, the first of the crew, on the pit lane. So Peixoto taking service. Arthur Vieira, the leader. Colin Madiak is in second. And he's going to be in a situation where I think he beats him out before those other cars get down pit lane. So Peixoto now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. So Peixoto finishing up that pit stop. Oh, man, a little bit too early on that entry of the track. And that got a little dicey there for Peixoto. As we'll take a look at Arthur Vieira, the leader. Madiak coming down pit lane. Colin Madiak making a pit stop here in the 6X. Man, you got to be careful not to speed. You see him kicking up some tire smoke. Givaldo on pit lane as well. Ed Palumbo in the 54 making a pit stop. The guys on pit lane taking some service here as Arthur Vieira is the leader. Not hearing anything out of Arthur Vieta. I would imagine he's going to be making a pit stop here fairly soon. Givaldo coming back out on track after making his pit stop. Arthur Vieta the leader here on lap 60. Waldo rejoins in P11. Gordon Carter and Gilmar Peixoto here having a battle. This is for P10. P9, I should say. And Gilmar takes over P9 as Gordon Carter running in the 10th position. Nose to tail there. P9, P10. 71 car trying to work his way back up as he had a little bit of an accident earlier working with some damage repair. This guy's one lap down. And Craig Marizon is our leader. Got some guys on the tail end of the lead lap, and Marizon trying to put Madiak and Palumbo down the lap. That'd be big. Jacobs, Pierce, and Vieta all on pit lane. Sean Jacobs, our pole setter. You see Craig Marizon coming down pit lane. Sean Jacobs, our pole setter, is on pit lane as well. Jacobs finishing up his pit stop as Craig Marizon giving up the race lead to come down pit lane here to take some service. I believe that's going to give the race lead back to Colin Madiak, but he has got Ed Palumbo all up in his grill right now. Nose to tail, P1, P2. Going to be P1, P2 here in just a second as they get by Marizon. Madiak, Palumbo, and Marizon. Once he blends, I'm not sure where he's going to be. Maybe about 5, 6. Maybe as far back as P7. Or it could be P4. There you go, P5. That's about right. So nose to tail, Ed Palumbo, Colin Madiak. That is a classic battle revisited right there. Arthur Vieta running in the third position. Now he's a little bit back to these guys. And we'll take a look at that battle. And it'll show that battle between he and the Palumbo ahead. So Vieta about 1.5, and we'll see how that changes. Vieta does appear to be maybe a little bit faster than these guys. We'll see. We're looking at about 1.54 as he crosses the line. We'll take a look at this as he crosses the line again. Oh, Palumbo, that's going to scrub off some speed right there. He's pushing a little bit. And I think Vieta is starting to reel these guys in. Good. Oh, definitely is the case. So we're down to 1.1. Just under 1.2 seconds. And as we cross that finish line there, yeah, he's definitely reeling them in. So you're looking at maybe a good 10th faster. Take a look at this battle here. Marizon and Dana Grover. Greg Marizon, Dana Grover. Got a little Camaro versus Camry. Camaro coming out on top here for now. Camry, the 89, Dana Grover, the top Toyota in the field. Trax VR sponsor machine, another one of those great paint schemes. Gordon Carter did this paint scheme, if I'm not mistaken. doing a great job. Carter really showing his skills, man, in painting cars. He's doing a great job. He threw out an IndyCar scheme for Gordon Carter today, I believe. I mean, for Dana Grover. And he posted it in our Discord server, and it looks fantastic, man. It is. And Sean Jacobs had some earlier incident here, and he's been trying to play catch-up. Right now finds himself in the 8th position as he gets around Jomar Peixoto. The 24 car dealing with some damage here in that Cal U Vulcan-sponsored Camaro. And nonetheless, running in the 8th spot. He is second in points coming into tonight's race. He's going to need a little help here. As we're starting to click off some laps. Valdo and Carter, Spindola and Carter running nose to tail here. This is P6, P7. Valdo, good run here. Maybe trying to crack the top 5. He's up front there for a little bit. Wore out those tires and fell back. And now running in P6. Good run there for him. Archer Vieta has caught up to these guys. Remember, those guys were nose to tail, Madiak and Palumbo, but now the 41 has reeled them in. And Archer Vieta, our points leader coming into tonight's race, reeling these guys in and now battling for the lead. These guys working together maybe a little bit on that high side. Colin Madiak trying to play both sides there, a little bit in the middle, but now comes back up to the high side as Vieta! He's going to try to squeeze that car in there. Palumbo said, I don't think so. And the 41 tucks in. I think that's where I'd be. I think I'd just tuck in there and let it ride out here a little bit. But Vieta down to the inside, battling Palumbo side by side coming off the turn. Down the backstretch. And Madiak wants to see that. He wants to see those two get a little racy. And how many wins do these guys have between the three of them? I mean, my heavens, man. I feel like anytime the 54, the 41, and now we got Colin out here, anytime you see those guys on the track, definitely in play for a race win. Look at this, Sean Jacobs catching up to the 68 car, so the 24 on the move. Spindle now back to P7. Kind of a wave by there for Givaldo. He said, hey, I know you're faster, go on by. Givaldo, the only man in Brazil with a High Octane Racing League hat. I've got some hats here. I got to start sending those out. I got to get so busy with, life things. Some of you may not know, my mom passed away about 3 weeks ago, and it's been tough sort of even being focused for anything, but keep looking at this box of hats and knowing I got to do something with them here, figure out who needs to get them. Gordon Carter, Sean Jacobs now in a little bit of a fisticuff. 24 and 56. 24 running in P7 and 56 running in the 6th position. John Stanley, a little bit earlier incident there, finds himself back to the 10th position. It was a hard lick for him on that outside. Got some damage there, but not his night here so far, but really a top 10 run. I think he'll be fairly happy with that. Steve Kears is the last car on the lead lap. Now, Steve in that 51 car, Captain Morgan spots the machine. Probably going to need some Captain Morgan after tonight. But he had a rough week at work, and he's had a little bit of a tough night here tonight, but keeps plugging away. Our Texas driver. Don't count Texas out. The Lone Star State. Probably a little bit of Captain Morgan flowing in that state here tonight. 51 running in the 11th position. 47 car indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Dennis Schuderson plugging away. He's in the lucky dog position. And he's indicating, I believe he's indicating that he is going to come down pit lane here. Look at this battle. 56 and the 24. The 24 down to the bottom line. And a lot of room by that 56 car, giving him a lot of room and letting him know he's clear to come on up. And the 24 now up to the 5th position. Fort Carter back to P6. Peixoto, I think, making a pit stop here at the 71 car. So Peixoto coming down pit lane. So more pit stops underway here on lap 74, and this could be the last pit stop here for these guys if it stays green. We got Grover and Peixoto on pit lane. Grover finishing up his pit stop now, coming back out on track. So Dana Grover in the Toyota, finishing up his pit stop. If we take a look at Arthur Vieira. Dana Grover rejoining the racing surface and might have the fuel that he needs to make it to the end here. Let's see how that works out for Dana. He's right now in P10. He is in the lucky dog position if a caution flag comes out. At least right now he is. And 56, Gordon Carter coming down pit lane. Just ahead of him is that Cal U sponsor machine. Tucking into his pit stall is the 56.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, no! So caution flag. I don't know what happened there. Not sure what brought out the caution flag. Must be a debris caution here, so very interesting. Very interesting. No, nobody spun, so not sure what caused the caution flag. So very interesting there. All right, Dana Grover is actually shown as the race leader.
And it's past pace car when he shouldn't have. Now he's waiting for it.
All right, sorry there. We had to figure out what was going on. Thanks for being patient with us. And it looks like Dana Grover is the race leader. And looks like 24 to 56 will get the wave around. So that was interesting, man. The guys were sort of off. Some were on pit lane, some were off pit lane, and those guys were on pit lane, do what they were supposed to do, and wait for the field to come back by them, to pass them, and then they could rejoin the racing surface, and it seemed like did okay for them. All right, the 6X, Colin Matiak back to the lead here. All right, single file here. Vieta second, Palumbo third, Marzon fourth. Steve Pierce is in fifth. Stanley sixth, Givaldo Spindola is seventh, Dana Grover eighth, Jomar Peixoto ninth, Sean Jacobs 10th, Gordon Carter 11th. So we had some wave around cars, 24 and 56, but they're on fresh tires, so no harm, no foul on that, really. Pretty good deal for them. They had just come off pit lane. I believe that's how that worked for them. So we are now winding our way down here. We are less than 10 to go. And I think now you're going to see the aggressiveness turn up a little bit. I think that's what you're going to see here. And that could be maybe a little bit of bad news. We'll see. Hopefully these guys exercise a little bit of patience. I mean, you got a few laps here to go. These guys don't want to get whatever they can get. So here we go. Pace car in.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And back to green. Vieta going to the outside line. He's wanting to get what he can get here. Vieta knows that outside line is pretty good. The 41 on the outside line to 6X. Colin Matiak to the inside line. And they side by side. And Palumbo to the bottom. Three-way battle here. Marizon, he's going to try to get up in this mix. Oh, drifting up here a little bit. Maybe contact. Madiak, little contact with yet another 3 wide. Oh, tucking in as the 54 car. 54 tucked in. He didn't want push it yet. And Madiak, the leader. Palumbo and Vieta battling it out for the second position. They're starting to get a little squirrely here. Drake Marizon in this mix now too. On board here with him is Palumbo just below. Marizon using this outside line. John Stanley running in P5. 54 drifting up. That's going to give Marizon a little bit of a run. Oh, got to get out of the throttle here. Got to get out of the throttle in the turn. Guy's bunched up. Spindle is in this mix too. Spindle dipping below the white line there a little bit. Your lap 84. Nose to tail here. Marizon giving it a peek on the inside. Tucks back in. Steve Pierce, Gilmar Peixoto, Pierce up the track in that 51 car. Whoa, holding on to that. Holding on there. Grover does a great job of staying out of the back of him. Wow. It is not over. Dennis Udichin into the wall. Dennis Udichin hard lick into the wall there. I think he got into Dana Grover.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag. I had a feeling, man. You could just feel the intensity going up here. And looks like Givaldo might have come around here. So with 68 car off the pace. Take a look here. And boy, he came up there just a little bit right there. And oh, wow, that was a hard lick. That was a hard lick. Come up the track there and, oh, wow. On board here with John Stanley. You see that 68 car coming up. And now we got a caution flag. I had a feeling there would be one before it was over with. Colin Madiak there faking like he's coming down pit lane, and that's a rookie move right there, 6X car. He's not going to fool anybody with that. So I think what a good night here to see Colin come back out and race too, and here he is back to his old ways, racing for a win. Givaldo on pit lane. He's super apologetic right now about causing the caution flag. And, I'll tell you what, you can't get a nicer guy than Givaldo, really. And he races, out of Brazil, and NASCAR BR driver and High Octane Racing League driver. And he's racing with Ozzy and, as well. And he does a lot of racing through the week. I mean, almost every day this guy's racing and just loves it. And really one of the friendliest guys out there. And when something like that happens, he really takes it to heart. But, that happens to all of us, really. We all, get into other drivers or make little mistakes and so forth. And, drivers here, as he just apologized, the drivers here is like, hey, man, that's okay. That's all right, man. And it's just racing. He's on the on pit lane taking service right now. Well, I think, the way it stands right now, that 41 car looking pretty good here tonight. Archie Vieta for taking home the championship. He came in tonight with a little bit of a lead there, about 20-point lead, I believe, on Sean Jacobs. You can actually look at that lead, as a matter of fact, as it stands tonight, coming into tonight's race. Right there, a 20-point lead over Sean Jacobs. Robillard not here tonight, sits third. Gordon Carter fourth, so that'll definitely change. John Stanley fifth. Dana Grover, Givaldo Spindle, Gilmar Peixoto, Craig Berzon, and Steve Pierce rounding out the top 10 coming into tonight's race. So good tight battle there with Grover and Spindle as well. Just 1 point separating the two of those guys. So I think Vieta's pretty sure that he's going to end up winning the championship. The only downside is we don't get interviews from Archer. He bails on us. Doesn't give us interviews. We don't pay him enough, I guess, to get him in the broadcast booth and give me interviews. Madiak has chosen, oh, wait a minute, they're doing single file. So green, white checker, I believe that's where we're at. Is that officially where we're at, I believe? It's been a while since we've done one of those. Now, I wonder if guys came down pit lane, if they turn their fuel off. Get some fresh tires, turn that fuel off, make that car a little bit lighter there. A little less fuel out here, a little faster. And I think we're going to go green this time by. Pace cars in. Here we go. Odds that are going to stay green? Pretty low.
Go, go, go.
We'll finish under green. Oh, man, Madiak. A little bit loose there on that start. Back in came out. .41 goes to the outside. 41 wants a piece of this action. Palumbo looking on the inside. Those guys had a good battle that last restart. Coming off the turn 2, down the backstretch. Vieto's got some help on the outside line. Madiak playing both sides now to the outside, trying to get a little speed into that turn. Oh, Palumbo, Vieta, oh, they're side by side. That's going to help Madiak out. Oh, here we go. One lap to go. Can Colin Madiak come out here and snooker these guys? Craig Marizon wants this win. He's now itching for it. Palumbo's got a good run. Here we go, down the backstretch. We got 4 guys I think can win this race. Running out of time here. If you're going to make a move, you got to do it now. Oh, the 41 sideways. Vieta is sideways around the turn. Out of turn 4. Colin Madiak down the front stretch, across that start finish line, and wins this race. My heavens. Marizon finishes in third. Palumbo, that was, 8 1,000ths or something like that between the two of those guys. And Madiak gets the win. Colin Madiak comes out here and gets the win in the 6X tonight. So congratulations to Colin Madiak getting the win here at Cali. And he's going to do some burnouts. I know he will. This might give him the juice he needs to bring his sim rig to college so he can race with us more often. How about that? Colin Madiak back in victory lane. It's a great job to Colin Madiak. Let's take a look at the final results. Colin Madiak gets the win in the green-white checker. Palumbo finishes in the second position. Hey, how about that? Palumbo been off for a little bit, comes back and gets a P2. Craig Marizon finishes in the third spot. Archie Vieta fourth. Dana Grover finishes fifth. Sean Jacobs finished in the sixth position. Scott Stanley seventh. Steve Pierce finishes in the eighth position. Finishing in ninth is Dennis Eugen in the 47 car. P10 is Gilmar Peixoto in the 71. Givaldo Spinola finishes 12th. And Ritzky Novar finishes in P13. Congratulations to Colin Madiak on getting the win here at California. Maybe we'll be able to get him in the booth and get a little word with him, huh? All right, we got the whippersnapper up here in the booth with us. Congratulations, man. Did you have any thoughts when you came home for the holiday that you were going to race and win the race?
Not winning, but think about coming back, just having fun.
Well, we had, a little bit of a caution fest early, and I think the single file helped things. What was your view on that?
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, ever since we went single file, it was clean for the rest of the race, but this track is just so hard to go 2x2 unless it's just a pair of guys, but it can be a nightmare in the mid-pack.
I really think you got to take some risks if you're trying to make a pass here. I mean, it's so wide, it kind of baits guys into making some moves where they got to try to maybe slingshot around somebody, and that tight racing there, especially early into the run with the cold tires, had to be a factor.
Oh yeah, right off the start. If you go down low, you're skating around. I touched the white line pretty much every time and thought I was about to lose the car. But later on into the stint, you dive down low and you got to know that the car's going to push up back wide, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, we haven't seen you in a long time, and I'm glad I got a hold of you. What was about a week ago or so? I sent you a message and see what was up with you and see if you might be interested in coming back and racing with us. Tell us what's going on with your life and how college is going for you.
Yeah, so I took a break from rFactor and did some ACC, but then ultimately had to go back to Bowling Green and, do some educational things as opposed to sim racing all the time. But, been continuing my aviation degree and flying around places up in northern Ohio, and as boring as it looks, it's still quite fun.
Yeah, awesome, man. You're not too far away from my neck of the woods there. I grew up in eastern Indiana, so I've been to Ohio quite a few times. About 30 miles from the border there where I grew up.
Yeah, I've probably flown over your neighborhood. I've come from South Bend all the way back to Bowling Green before, so probably right over your house.
Oh, yeah, cool. Well, hey, congratulations, Ben. Great to see you back, and hopefully we'll get to see you some more in the holiday break.
Hopefully. I'll try and be around as much as I can.
All right, man. Good to see you, and good luck to you and, flying, and maybe one of these days you can pick me up and take me for a ride there in the yellow airplane.
Yeah, we'll go do a barrel roll.
Oh, I don't want to puke. All right, man. Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you.
Colin Matiak there joining us up here in the booth, and he gets the win in a 6X car. And, wow, crazy. I had the feeling, man, if he shows up, he's going to be battling for a race win. So he did a great job there, and good to see him in victory lane. And then, hey, by the way, when we start thinking about victories, we got to think about the man who just won the championship, and that's Artur Vieta. Artur Vieta is our Season 5 champion here in 2023. Another championship for the Brazilian driver. That 4-car had been dominant really all season long. And great to see him. And he wasn't in the 4 tonight. He was in. He got kicked out. He couldn't get his back in and get his his regular paint scheme. So he drove the 41 car here tonight and put that car up front where he needed to be. But they come away with the championship. So congratulations to Artur Vieta, Season 5 champion here in 2023. Well, we got some more racing headed your way coming up this weekend. And that's the Saturday Night Thunder. It's race number 9 of the season at Cali. Coming up tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Beat the Broadcaster night in the Saturday Night Thunder. You want to come out and mix it up here in the Cup cars at Cali? Come on out, man. We'd love to have you. I like getting in these cars and driving, especially Cali, man. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So that's coming up tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. GT3 Series will be in action at 2 p.m. tomorrow. If you'd like to come out and race with us. Actually, we won't be at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We're going to be at Sebring tomorrow. So just to give you an idea of what's happening there. And that will be the last race until we head on to the IndyCars. The IndyCar series will start on the 23rd, and they'll start at Mid-Ohio. Those races will be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. And Mid-Ohio 50-lap race coming up, and they start at 12 p.m. Actually, that's quali. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Racing will start somewhere around about 12:20 Eastern Standard Time, and Mid-Ohio, first race of the season coming up. Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks to all those new subscribers out there. And smash that bell, man. That way you'll get updates when races are going live, whenever we got feeds going on here. I've uploaded something. So I appreciate all your support. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. There's a quick link to our Discord server. If you'd like to help us out, come on over there and race with us, man. Click that Discord link and join us on Discord. It's where we do most of our business. Also, you can join us at HighOctaneRacing.net. Check out the point standings. What series we have running. A quick link to TurnLeftTV. Well, congratulations to Arthur Vieta for the championship. Congratulations to Colin Madiak for coming away with the win. But Arthur bringing home the championship here in season number 5. Who has his number in season 1 of 2024? We're going to have to keep our eyes on definitely a guy that, Arthur Vieta, definitely a guy that is in the conversation about winning another championship. So congratulations to him, Parabéns, Arthur. And we'll hope to see you next season, maybe on the quest to win another championship. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here. Again, Colin Madiak coming away with the win here at California. Very exciting race. Got things cleaned up there for a great back half of the race. And that's going to do it for me. We're going to get out of here, and I'll go talk to my friends. And I'll see you later. I am out of here.